Welcome to the NACFE Technology Day on electric trucks. The central question we are trying to answer today is, how far will commercial battery electric vehicles go? Both literally in terms of the range that we can realistically expect, and also in how much of the current market we believe will turn away from engines to electric powertrains, maybe in the next 5, 10, or 20 years. NACFE is finalizing a series of guidance reports on electric trucks, and will publish our fourth in that series on heavy-duty tractors in December.
NACFE's taken on an educational role, putting out guidance reports to help people understand where do electric trucks make sense first, and when you decide, I think that's a step we want to take, how do we rationalize that? How do we prove that the financials work? What should I know that I don't currently know? So NACFE's taking on a really important role of educating an entirely new technology into an industry that has not dealt with this before.
Electric powertrains, although not new to the transportation industry, are relatively new for the heavy-duty trucking industry. We are seeing a lot of progress in terms of new vehicles coming onto the market, both from some new OEMs as well as the traditional OEMs becoming more and more invested and releasing new models.
Electric vehicles are not for everybody. There are duty cycles where they'll work, and there are duty cycles that they're not appropriate for.
We see the duty cycles best suited for battery electric vehicles to be P&D medium duty, dock spotters, and school buses.
There's over 100,000 Class 8 trucks being sold every year in the United States that are used for urban. Urban is 250 miles or less, and there's a lot of Class 8 trucks on our roads that are doing less than 250 miles.
One of the great things about battery electric vehicles is the core technology. The batteries and the drivetrains are pretty ubiquitous out there in the marketplace. We see the cost of batteries dropping fast, we see technical advancements in batteries happening incredibly quickly, and we see the other electronics and elements necessary for the drivetrains all changing. So it's participating in this much larger trend that's happening, which I think is good for everybody.
Why we looked at charging is that it's become probably the single biggest barrier to electric truck deployment. We think we understand the batteries and the electric trucks, and many of the fleets and manufacturers are proving to us that those are being improved and they will do the job. Now it's how do we fuel them, or how do we charge them, as we say with electric trucks. And that's a big challenge. So whether you're charging one medium duty truck or a bunch of big heavy duty trucks matters. It matters whether you have enough dwell time to use slower charging than fast charging, and the whole infrastructure that takes place to be able to charge. A lot of decisions to make, and actually at the end of the day there also could be some utility improvements, even back up closer to the grid.
It's great. It's a really nice unit. Really nice.
No concerns with power or
Power
range?
has plenty of power. We already made it to the port, picked up the loaded container, and we're heading back.
The jury's still really out on what the volumes will look like in the short and long term for battery electric vehicles. It all really depends on the cost of the batteries themselves. We're seeing trends on those batteries come down in terms of price. If they continue on the trend they're on, we think that we'll see a good 10 to 15% penetration in the market in the next 5 years, and we'll continue to see that grow over the next 15 to 20.
Panel members include James O'Leary, Vice President, Fleet Services, NFI Industries; Alexander Vetz, E-Mobility Product and Sales Strategy Manager at Daimler Trucks North America; Amanda Phillips, General Manager, OEM Sales for Meritor; and Justin Barden, Senior Project Manager, Operations E-Mobility, Southern California Edison.